Today we're diving into a thrilling project, setting up the OpenAI and Twilio integration. This is going to be a fun and educational journey, so let's roll up our sleeves and get started. OpenAI has recently launched its Realtime API, which presents a fantastic opportunity for developers to create innovative applications. If you're new to this API, I highly recommend checking out my earlier video that explains its features and capabilities. You can find that in the top right corner of this video. Trust me, it'll give you a solid foundation for what we're about to build. In this tutorial, our main focus will be on creating a real-time speech-to-speech application using Node.js. The next video will explore a similar project using Python, so stay tuned for that. There's a repository available that we can utilize to expedite our setup. This will allow us to focus on coding rather than configuration. So let's go ahead and download that repository. Once we have the project downloaded, I'll open it in Visual Studio Code. As we explore the files, you'll notice that we need to input our OpenAI API key. The repository also includes a code of conduct and an index file where we'll set up our API. For our API framework, we're using Fastify, which is known for its speed and efficiency in handling requests. This will help us set up our routes seamlessly. When it comes to managing real-time communication, we'll be utilizing the WS library for WebSocket. This is a crucial component of our application, enabling low latency interaction. If you've seen my previous videos, the events related to the OpenAI real-time API should look familiar. We'll access our API key to initialize the WebSocket connection, ensuring that our application can communicate effectively with the OpenAI service. Now let's move on to setting up our local environment. First, we need to modify the configuration file, which will allow us to manage our environment variables securely. This is a best practice that keeps our sensitive information safe. Next, we're going to set up an Ngrok server. This tool is incredibly useful for exposing our local server to the internet for testing. Once Ngrok is running, we'll need to create a webhook in the Twilio console. This webhook will enable Twilio to communicate with our application. I'll guide you through
appending the necessary endpoint
to the Ngrok URL. So you'll be ready to test our integration. It's also important to rename the .env example file to .env. This file will store our environment variable, including the OpenAI API key. Keeping this information organized and secure is essential for a smooth development process. With our setup steps laid out, let's dive into the implementation. We'll move on to coding our application.
You can sign up for free, but I think I already have an account, so let's go ahead and try to log in here. I do have my Ngrok set up. This is my auth token. I'll go ahead and configure that here. Let's paste in that command. And now my auth token has been saved. We also have our Emerald domain, although we'll be running ours on 50/50. So in order to do that, Ngrok HTTP 50/50. Sweet. So now I have my Ngrok terminal set up and we're able to connect our local server to the internet. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and create another terminal so that we can do a few more things. As you've seen, they've given us a URL that we can utilize in the Twilio console. So let's go ahead and copy that. Here we have the Twilio console. As we recognize, a call comes in. We want to set this up for latest Ngrok URL. Let's confirm the route that we want to give the Twilio console incoming call. So let's grab this here, paste it right over here. I'm going to leave this alone just so that we have the most simple configuration set up. The completion of this, we're going to go ahead and hit the save configuration. Now you can see number was successfully created. At this point here, we'll see that reflected in the voice configuration. Awesome. So we've finished the step, set up Ngrok, have our port running. Here it mentions, keep in mind that each time you run Ngrok HTTP command, a new URL will be created and you'll need to update it everywhere it is referenced. So let's begin by running the application. First thing we're going to have to do is install the packages. So again, let's go over here. Let's install the packages. Sweet. Let's head over to the package.json. That there's actually no script here. Create a script and say, let's put a comma here. Sweet. At this point, it looks like our server is ready to run. I see everything but the OpenAI library. And I think the reason why I don't see the OpenAI library is because we're just using the URL at this point and just setting up a regular WebSocket that's going to access the capabilities of the OpenAI real-time API utilizing that URL. Here is the URL. So that's literally going to connect to the WebSocket server that OpenAI has themselves. And at this point, everything should be straightforward. I'm going to run server.
So right now I'm going to call the OpenAI agent from Twilio.
Please wait while we connect your call to the AI voice assistant, powered by Twilio and the OpenAI Realtime API. Okay, you can start talking.
Hey there. I just want to know if this works.
Oh no, that's never a good feeling. Want to talk about it? Or maybe I can distract you with a joke? How about, why don't owls ever go courting in the rain? Because it's too wet to woo.
Okay, so you are working.
Phew, glad to hear it. I was worried there for a second. If you have anything else on your mind or need a little more cheering up, just let me know.
Okay, who are you?
I'm your friendly AI assistant, here to help with whatever you need. Whether it's answering questions, sharing fun facts, telling jokes, or just chatting about your day, I'm here for you. So, what's on your mind?
Well, I want to continue building an application with OpenAI Real-Time API and Twilio.
That sounds like an exciting project. Combining OpenAI, Google Maps API, and Twilio can create a powerful navigation app with smart conversational features.
Awesome. There you have it, our integration with Twilio and OpenAI Real-Time. Well, I hope you guys enjoy that. What was your experience when you ran the Twilio OpenAI Real-Time application integration? Was it similar to what we saw here, or did something different happen for you? Leave a comment below. Talk to you guys soon. Please subscribe. Leave a comment under the video if there's anything that you'd like me to cover. Dr. Full Stack.